hits also just to deter Weezer, kind of throw him off of his game, which is very, very strong. And now next up, we got a very, very strong matchup coming up. Jakal's Wolf up against Phantom's Steve.
Yes.
We're not going to see that DK. It is a very good DK, but Steve, a very strong character, going up against Wolf.
You guys have to take our word for it that Phantom did, in fact, find the upset over the number 3 seed here today on their Donkey Kong.
Yes.
Now, the biggest thing that Phantom told me going forward today, the biggest reason that she actually pulled up is like, yo, I want my run back on Tweak. So you know what? I'm going to get my momentum going with Donkey Kong. And then when the time arises, the Steve's coming out, and I'm here for the big bucks. I'm here to win. And immediately off the bat, going for setting up that 3-block high dirt wall, and then playing that patient game. Like, you know what, Jakal? Like, I'm playing the most patient Steve you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, exactly.
I got nowhere to be. Yo, what time is it right now? 8:54? Yo, we got at least 3 hours. I got nowhere to be.
Exactly. But yeah, no, Phantom and Jakal starting off pretty hot right here. Jakal trying to answer back with some landing aerials. Phantom did a very decent job of, just trying to get in, using these blocks, mixing up where she is going, whether she's going to go into the ledge and mine or whether she's going to go forward. Mine, try to approach with a minecart, but Jakal doing a very good job off of that ledge, keeping Phantom in disadvantage and then just getting these back airs, these forward airs off. And that's what makes Jakal so good, is his ability to really string his combos together in the air. Wolf's aerial game, amazing. Honestly, one of the craziest, especially when you're Jakal, getting these combos off, very insane. And also just covering a lot of different options too. Phantom trying to jump, getting hit with that up smash. Speaking of up smash, Jakal getting hit of one of his own, almost dying right there. Phantom trying to catch an approach, dash in with that forward smash. Not able to do so bad at this deficit, jumping, putting herself in quite a position, gets that forward air off, but not Jakal right now looking very good. Tires, I might as well just have committed, but being committed, Phantom committing with that forward smash, able to get that stock back at least.
My favorite thing about watching Jakal fight Steve at this point is how he's really coming to his own in this matchup, where it's like confidence on which kind of tagging options Steve would like to put out forward, confidence on how you like to approaching in there with those lingering nairs in general, and confidence how you want to play the late game of the stocks, knowing exactly the kind of pickups that Steve wants to go for and where Steve wants to go at the ledge. It's wanting you back down with the F tilt, catching the recovery down low, and then catching you up high if the need arises for it right there. And the backers just constantly coming, no matter what matchup you're going for.
Oh, yeah.
A great discipline to put out there and challenge Steve, forcing him to go away from that wall. Exactly what Jakal wants. No, you're running away from the wall by all means. I can jump back in there and finally pounce.
Exactly. That back air is such a strong move. That nair on that ledge as well to catch Phantom. Trying to come back with that minecart, also pushing her off of that crafting table. Stalling a little bit of time so he can get some damage off. But like Jakal's ability, like his movement, especially with his empty hops, to try and bait out some options like we saw earlier. Like especially on this wall, right? He's gonna jump, get some lasers off. These empty hops as well.
See, now Phantom playing more of an aggressive foot forward, kind of challenge if Jakal's gonna challenge that stone blocks there. Jakal playing around with the forward airs. Not gonna get too over aggressive because one good hit here towards the corner. Oh, a forward air into the back air though. Very nice conversion there from Phantom. Bring up to the last stock scenario. Diamond tools in hand. A lot of iron in the back pocket. Jakal's got to be here. One good opportunity. You need to make it count because Phantom's looking to walk the dog.
Walk the dog she's trying to do, but also, there he goes. There he goes. But really good SDI. Can he get out of this? Minimizes some sort of damage. Phantom not able to get everything that she wanted. Going in for that dash attack. You can see Jakal a little bit desperate to find something here. Gets that forward air off. Trying to meet Phantom in the air. So far, hasn't really been helping him out, but also keep in mind the Phantom's materials are kind of low. I mean, they're strong materials, don't get me wrong, but now being able to replenish the diamond, she's just going to keep on building these walls. Understands that the moment that Jakal gets in, tries to go crazy with some sort of aerial, she's able to get an up smash, forward smash, anything, but Jakal doing such a good job at avoiding these minecarts as well, these different burst options that Phantom's trying to go for to mix it up, but that back air going to take that first game. Phantom utilizing Jakal's game plan against him, right? Jakal wanting to play in the air a lot, going for these empty hops, these back airs. Phantom's like, I'll just throw a back air. I mean, back air's just a really good move, swings pretty far, does a lot of damage, especially with diamonds as well. If Jakal's not going to respect that, I can just swing it. I have the lead. I have nothing to lose here, especially when you have stage control in this position, right? Even if you miss, you're able to drift back in the center stage.
The unfortunate thing is that Jakal's early game plan against Steve is so strong.
Yeah.
It's like, again, backer goes straight up to that dirt wall, able to destroy that wall and then deter you with those lasers before you can set anything up. But then in late game, those stronger materials, whether it's the wood, whether it's the stone, whether it's the iron, then it's like, okay, wait a minute, my backer can't threaten this nearly as easily before. And if I overextend, if I shoot back in with the back here, either one, I'm getting scooped up with an up tilt, or two, Phantom just backs away and finds more of those materials and then amps back up all over again. And yeah, we're not making, you think no one's making progress. In reality, the more time you give Steve to sit back and wait for an approach in, the more momentum the Steve is getting. We call that kinetic energy right there. We call that stored energy right there.
Fortunately, I failed that class.
I can tell, buddy.
Yeah, man. But yeah, no, Phantom doing a very good job of just minimizing the amount of damage that she has been taking from Jakal so far. And once again, Jakal trying to approach in the air. A little bit scared of what Phantom can do exactly. Gets hit with that minecart. Phantom gonna try and play this slow. Like we saw before, all it takes is one hit. All it takes is one jab. You walk the dog, and apparently he's dead at pretty much 0%, especially when you get that early forward air spike as well. Also, having these strong materials does not help Jakal's case whatsoever, and it keeps on getting a little bit worse as Jakal keeps on getting hit by these minecarts, these up airs.
Definitely easier than done on the part of Jakal of just trying to play around the so much nonsense that Steve puts out there in general. Again, Jakal is doing a good job of kind of trying to deter the general approach options from Phantom, forcing her back onto the defensive foot most of the time. But once she gets any opportunity, it's getting really creative this set, whether it goes for that chase off stager with the anvil drop, whether it goes for the forward air catching those drifts back in. You really can't afford those trades with Steve, especially at a deficit like this, especially when Phantom hits those techs. My goodness.
Really good roll there, getting away from that forward smash, putting himself in that corner. Interesting option right there. Finally gets that back air trade that you're going to take. Thankfully living there too. But that one block, stopping Jakal from pushing Phantom away, and immediately gets that punish. And Phantom with an entire stock lead, looking very hot going into the dying embers of this game number 2. Speaking of that, Jakal answers back with 61%. Immediately 70, keeps on racking up the damage. Can he find this kill?
Definitely nothing to scoff at here. Jakal amps back up. But one good grab from this Steve. 44%. That's a bad combo right there. Got to jump back on there with the diamond backer as well. Avoiding the high side special. Again, learning from earlier, Jakal went to deter that block off stage with the side B. And now finally, Phantom just waiting for an aggressive approach from Jakal at this point. Because again, with the lack of materials, you know Jakal is going to want to activate here, going to want to pounce, like we mentioned before, especially with nothing on the board. And to catch that jump in there with an F smash, he's ready for it. You know, at this point, if there's no other time to jump in, it's going to be right now.
Yeah.
Phantom reading it like a book, closing it out there, going up 2-0 in this set.
Jakal flying too close to the sun, gets his wings clipped right there with that back air. Phantom doing such a good job of, you know, playing on the ground as you do with Steve, and just waiting for Jakal to really get antsy, really be like, hey, I need to find some sort of aerial approach, because realistically, like, what does Wolf have on the ground if, like, to approach? I mean, sure, you have down tilt on that bottom block, but you're on PS2, a stage that gifts Steve stronger materials, stone, iron, for the most part. So it's like, if the air's not working, you really start going to the ground.
The biggest thing is making sure that you don't snowball here in a matchup like this. We saw early on, like, I mean, Jakal's taking more of a defensive approach this game, but like you mentioned right now, when it comes to the ground game, Jakal doesn't necessarily have the threatening option that you would hope he has in a matchup like this, where Phantom gets one good opportunity, one good combo there. Again, 33%, and that's what the drop at the end there. Jakal needs to take advantage, get a lot more aggressive here. Once you find the lead, then you can threaten there with the F-tilt. Then you can threaten with the lasers, because that's when Steve is forced to approach you.
Because a lot of what Jakal has been trying to do to open up the, you know, the floodgates is landing with nairs, trying to get, you know, landing nair into F-tilt. It's very much what you expect to see out of a Wolf, and when it comes to approaching, when it comes to trying to get this damage off, and Phantom just has been there every single time. If not, using that frame data of that jab, insane up smash, by the way, from Jakal to get that damage off.
The SDI out from the corner is great. Wow. But still, we're going to get on air dodging down there by the up smash, the multi-hit. the scourge of so many right there. Tries to fly out of there with the Elytra. Looking the opportunity to get out of there with the minecart. Jakal, like white on rice, keeping that pressure up right now. The armor on the minecart giving you away with the F tilt. So unfortunate, Jakal's from the stock right there because Fan's going to take that momentum and absolutely run with it. Even with the lack of materials, you got diamonds for next stock.
Yes, sir. The next stock might be coming very close for Fhantum right now. Going up high. What a recovery from Fhantum. It immediately changes up. Reverses the positioning. He's trying to go for that down tilt to catch that up B, but a dash attack finally knocking off that stock. Can Jakal get that Minecraft off? No, not quite. Gets that diamond off as well, so Fhantum in a very good position. Should Jakal decide to get a little bit too aggressive, calls out with like a back air or something like that, going for these F tilts, going for these down tilts. That's kind of what I wanted to see from Jakal a little bit, is to break down these blocks, break down the walls, the defenses of Fhantum. It's just so difficult.
I mean, it's easier than done.
Yeah.
If you break the bottom block on those walls, that a minecart's coming through, and you're getting it with roll behind the block into an up smash.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you gotta be so patient. Again, Phantom expected to hit right there and jump through went to pounce.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, that's unfortunate, man. Possibly last stock scenario here in the set for Jakal on winner's side. And Phantom, of course, going to be taking the reins and trying to run with it. Jakal needs to get aggressive right now. Needs to find some footing, especially you do not want to let a diamond proc pop in for that. There it goes right there, where Phantom now perfectly set if she somehow ends up dropping to final stock here.
Still in a good, very good position to just get that diamond and then just do what she's been doing this entire time. Really good recovery with that as well. But the tech! The block coming in clutch right there. Jakal, unfortunate not to find that stock right there, gets hit with the back air. The tech almost turning into a disaster. Phantom also not getting a kill courtesy of the blocks. Goes for the down smash. We're throwing everything at this point. And Phantom throwing that forward smash, getting that kill. And a very strong 3-0 against Jakal. You say matchup is bad, but hey, what a player to beat, to go towards Tweak. The person that Phantom has been wanting to play this entire time. Coming in, had only one goal, one destination, and it was to get the Tweak. She finally
I want my run back, and you know what?
You got it.
Getting a run back. You got it. Winner.
Ding, 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 ding.
Great stuff there. And listen, I don't want to hear anything because it was all DK today.
Yep.
This is the first set with Steve. If you make top 8 winner's side, you're allowed to pick Steve. I'll say it. You make it this far in the tournament at 9 p.m. Like, you want to get your, by all means, pick Steve in Minecraft. No hatred there.
When money's on the line, I get it.
That's true, buddy.
You do what you got to do. And that's exactly what Phantom did. It was a lot of, Jakal trying his best as well to just claw, no pun intended, claw his way through with like forward airs, back airs. But again, Phantom playing that grounded game, the anti-air game especially against Jakal, trying to anticipate all these, these swings coming out from Jakal.
You see right there on that stock, you say, oh, why isn't Jakal going in there and forcing situations, breaking the block? So that was exactly why.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you break that bottom block, Steve's running in there and punishing you himself. So it's like, it's the constant like mental battle of, do I break the walls immediately and run in there? Or do I keep back, trying to bait out an approach option from that Steve, and then punish them when they run from behind that wall? And Steve all got to do is like sit there as you're mining, just staring at the wall, saying, what is my opponent going to do? And reacting accordingly to exactly what Phantom did. Constantly serving Jakal these 50-50s and winning them out most of the time, which is why you won the day and won the set.
For sure. 3-0, once again, like we said before, finally meeting Tweak up in the winners finals of Fireside 2025.
Fireside open.
That's true.
The Fireside is open. Where's the fireplace at, man? There's no fire in this building. What's going on?
I thought we were supposed to have a fire, like an actual fire, but I don't think there was any logs in there. I don't think they wanted to do it, which is unfortunate. Yeah,
literally 1984.
They literally baited us out.
Literally 1984.
What's even the point? No. What do we call it? Fireside Open. But
well,
again,
thank you all so much for tuning in to Fireside Open 2025 here on the Collision Series TV stream. My name has been Momo, bringing you all the action with my good pal, Jellyfish himself, the Rutgers home name. You missed my dap, but never mind, I hate